Oh, good morning, YouTube. It's a pretty fine day out. It's about 10 degrees, sunny. Yeah, I like it. So I don't know where I'm going today. Maybe I'll end up in Oyama. That's probably it. And as usual, I have nothing planned to talk about. I hardly ever do. It's probably why my videos don't do all that well. I'm not that guy, but I don't expect to be either, so it's not what I'm aiming for. I do the videos because I enjoy doing them. Yeah, and as a personal archive, so that I have a collection of videos that I have done that I don't have to store on my computer, that are available to me when, who knows, one day maybe I won't be able to ride. I don't foresee it, but hey, stuff happens, right? I'm working on my 75th year. So, yeah, got to be realistic. Well, there's still ice on the lake there, but I don't think I'd want to go on it. I remember once when I was a kid, this was back in Ontario, and there was this lake that I was on. It was either a lake, no, it wouldn't be a lake. What was it? Maybe the river? Gee, I don't know. Anyway, it was a frozen body of water that the ice only extended so far, and then it was open water. And I was really young. I don't know how old I was. Maybe I was 5 or something, and I kind of wandered off, and I wanted to see what it was like closer to the edge. And yeah, maybe I didn't realize the danger, you know. And I could hear people calling me, "Get away from the edge, get away from there." I did, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, probably. But I did a lot of stuff like that when I was a kid. Kind of wandered off on my own, exploring. It's kind of what life is about, isn't it? Exploration. I mean, from birth to death, if we're living in the present moment anyway, paying attention and being enthused with life, well, that's what we're doing. We're exploring. Exploring, learning, making mistakes. Yeah, all those things. I think if a day goes by where I don't feel that I'm engaged in learning something or exploring something, it's kind of a wasted day. That's the way I feel about things. So I love learning, which doesn't mean that I know a lot, but but I do love learning. So I try. And there's all sorts of levels, isn't there, you know, in life? I mean, in our minds, we can engage the kind of the surface level of reality, or we can go deeper than that. And then it's an infinite depth. And that's kind of my vein. That's my personality. It's the way I was born. I tend to explore the depths. I like that. Very rewarding to me. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I think it's important to just be yourself. Be true to yourself, you know. I mean, that seems like an obvious statement, but it's surprising maybe how many people, myself included at various times in my life, you know, put on a different front for the world. And usually it's out of a fear of not being accepted if you didn't do that. But it doesn't do anything for you. It really doesn't, because that kind of acceptance, if it doesn't jive with who you really are, then what's the point of it, right? Why would you want that acceptance? I think for me, you know, I've done that quite a bit in my life. In the past, I realize it more now. But, well, I guess I realized it quite a long time ago. Wasn't always able to overcome it, you know, and do different. But I guess it's easier for some people, you know, that where their true self, their basic personality jives and meshes quite nicely with the majority of people. But there are people like myself and many others who have a nature that is not as common, and so you don't get as much syncing with people. You don't get as much acceptance, let's say. So that's where the motivation to get acceptance by not projecting who you really are, but projecting who you think they want to see. But again, there's no sense in that, is there? What do you think? Put it down in the comments. Have you done that? I think we all do to a degree. But the older you get, the more you realize that you can't take life for granted. And it's the only life you've got in, well, you could argue that, but really, right now, your perception of who you are right now, this is it. And tomorrow is not guaranteed. So, but when you get older, you realize that, yeah, the end isn't that far ahead. When you're young and you think, oh, in 10 years' time, you know, I foresee that I'll be doing this. Well, at my age, in 10 years' time, I mean, maybe I'll be dead of old age. So that's what happens when you get older, you know. You realize if there's things stopping you from just being happy and being who you really are, then, you know, time is running out for you to do something about it. So it really helps to think of these things when you're younger, though. That way you won't be faced with that type of change in your life when you're older. It'll just be a natural course. You'll have a better life. Forget pandering to the likes of others. Just be you. So I've probably yammered on long enough here. I'm gonna maybe close this video on this, another lovely little road. Doesn't go far, but hey, we'll take it. So listen, use the comments. Tell me your thoughts about what we've been talking about. And you ride safe. Enjoy. Take care. And I will catch you on another ride.